Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carrie. Today we are making some muffins for the collab, so stay tuned if you're interested in that. We're going to make fruit muffins and chocolate chip muffins.
We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love.
To get started on showing you what goes into these muffins and how to make them, I wanted to thank Joan over at Joan's Pointed Plate for asking me to join in on this collab, and I'm really excited to see all of the desserts that come through for this Christmas collab. It is really cold outside, so having the oven on is just perfect for me because it helps warm up our house just a little bit. I am making two different types of muffins. I'm going to make the chocolate chip muffins, which my son absolutely loves, and they're full of oatmeal, so it's good for him too. Even though there's some chocolate chips in there, he still gets the oatmeal benefit of that versus having like a candy bar or something. I'm just going to throw in a little bonus on how I make the fruit ones, which is exactly the same, but you just exchange the chocolate chips for the fruit. So I'm going to show you both ways on how to make these muffins. I'll share the points and everything at the end of the video. Let's get started on this. All right, here we go. Let's get started. So first thing you're going to do, you get your pan. This is a large muffin pan. It's got the 6 muffins in it. And this recipe is perfect for this. And I'll show you how full to fill it. And then some olive oil spray. I tend not to use like the Pam cooking spray and the nonstick because I don't want to ruin my coating on here. So I just use, this is really good nonstick, so you really don't even need the oil. But I put a little spray of this in there just to be safe. You're going to need some stevia in the raw, and you're going to need a half a cup of this. Depending on how sweet you like it, you can use a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup. I use a half a cup because we don't like it super sweet. You're going to need blueberries, raspberries, and 1 banana, some salt, and I believe it is a half a teaspoon, a tablespoon of cinnamon, the ground cinnamon, 1 1/4 baking powder, worked really good last time, pumpkin pie spice. I just put like 3 shakes of this in. I don't really measure it. My oven just preheated, which reminds me, preheat your oven to 375. Old-fashioned oats, 2 cups of this, and a half a cup is 4 Smart Points. And then you're going to need some protein powder. I have used the same amount of the chocolate chip Kodiak cake, which is in that container back there, in this recipe instead of the protein powder. You can do that, but today we're going to use the protein powder because it is lower points, and we're going to put chocolate chips in this, so that's why I'm doing it this way. So we're going to use 1 or 2 scoops of the vanilla, and you can use any protein. You can see I got a lot of different protein powders. You can use any kind of protein whey, as long as it's a protein powder, you can use it. Quest is one of the best, I think. So we use 1 scoop of the Quest, 2 scoops of vanilla. So I've got a different type of vanilla there. So that's all we use with the protein powder. I just have this up here just to show you. You can use any type. And then we're going to use some egg whites, and I use a half a cup of egg whites. I use this whole container of no added sugar applesauce, which is 0 points. And then I use 1/4 cup of the Fage non-fat yogurt. And then I use a whole can of the 100% pure pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie filling. I use the whole can of that. So what you do is you put all of your dry ingredients in first, mix it up really well, and then add all of your wet ingredients. I'm going to first wash my blueberries. I use this whole little container, which is a 6-ounce container. I put like 4 little berries on top of each thing, and then I put 1 raspberry in the center just for decorative purposes. And then the rest of this, I use a half a container of this, and this whole other part of this container, I put it inside the blueberry mix, and I'll show you all that as we go along. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So we're gonna start off, first of all, with 2 cups of oatmeal. Then we're going to go ahead and add 2 scoops of the vanilla. And I just use the scoop that comes with it. So we're going to do 1 and 2. 1 scoop of the Quest chocolate milkshake. And 1 scoop of that. 1/2 cup of stevia. 1/2 cup stevia. And I don't measure out the salt. It's called for a 1/4 teaspoon, so I just guesstimate. We're going to use a tablespoon of cinnamon. So 1 tablespoon. This is a 1/2 tablespoon. 1 and 2. So that's 1 tablespoon. And then, like I said, with the pumpkin pie spice filling, I just sprinkle in some. I don't really measure. 1 teaspoon. This is a 1/2 teaspoon. And then a 1/2 of that. So that's 1 1/4. We're going to go ahead and mix this up really well. I think I got everything in there. Yep. Now we're going to go ahead and add all of the wet ingredients. So we're going to add our applesauce, 1/2 cup of egg whites. But adding the pumpkin really, really works well with this recipe. So we're going to open up our pumpkin. There's can openers from Pampered Chef. I absolutely love it. Works so well. And it's easy to use. I'll put a link down below on where you can get that. So I don't measure real well. It's a 1/4 cup, so that's about a 1/4 cup. 1 very big heaping teaspoon. I gotta mash up my banana. I'm adding my mashed banana, and you can use 2 mashed bananas if you like it a little bit banana flavory, which we really don't. So we just use 1. So then you mix this really well. We're gonna add these chocolate chips in here. Stir it up again really well. Take your greased pan, and we're gonna start loading these muffin pans up.
Love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you.
Here is the filled muffin. You can see I filled them right up to the top. And those don't raise too much. They look like a regular muffin. I'll show you when we're done cooking them. Cook this at 375 for 40 minutes. We're going to decorate them up a little bit. I don't add this to the ones Corey and I eat, but this is for Nick, so we're going to decorate them up with some Reese's peanut butter cup things.
Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you.
So there they are. And I'll bring you back and show you what these look like in 40 minutes. Okay, we got the chocolate chip muffins in, and it's 23 minutes left on those, but we're gonna go ahead and do the fruit ones right now. So I made up the batter the same exact way as you saw me make it. Instead of chocolate chips, I added some fruit. So this is the fruit that is going on top of my muffins. The rest are in here, and I'm just going to stir this up. And I used that whole container of blueberries and almost all of the raspberries. There was just a little layer of raspberries at the bottom because the raspberries actually give off a really strong flavor. So you don't need a whole ton of those. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the pan, and we're just gonna fill these all the way up to the tippity top.
I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh.
There they are. Pretty cool looking, right? They're so cute and they taste so good. So try this recipe out. I will bring you back when these are both done. They are done. This is the fruit version, and this is our chocolate chip version. And Nick absolutely loves these, and I love that he loves these because they're healthy for him. But these are really good, you guys. You have to really give these a try. You will definitely love them. And like I said, you can sweeten them up by adding more of the stevia, or you can just do the 1/2 cup like we do. I think with the berries in here and the banana, this and the applesauce, it's actually very sweet. I have to show you how not stuck these are. I mean, they twirl. They just turn around and they're super easy to get out. And then I put them on my cooling rack, and I'll show you that in a second. You can see they all came out really nice. And what I do with the pan is just I tip it up like this and just grab it with my hands like this and just pull them out gently. And I don't tip them over because I don't want them cracking or breaking or anything, because they are still a little tender yet. Although once they dry completely, they're like a muffin. I mean, they're super, super yummy. And then I put them in our container here. This is just a muffin keeper. It's called Muffin Fresh, and I'll link this down below. Got it off of Amazon. Trying to open it with one hand here. Really super easy to open. We still have one left. Eclipse approves of these, by the way. And so we have one left in there. We, like I said, we sent some to his work. I did order another one of these because I really want to have two of these, one for Nick and one for us, because Nick has these as well. And these store really nicely in the fridge. So until we got our other keeper, I was trying to figure out what I want to put these in, and it turned out that they all fit in this long Rubbermaid container. It's the fresh keep one, I think. And I even with the green thing at the bottom to keep them up off the ground so they don't get wet. Sometimes they like to sweat and get wet on the bottom. So this works out perfectly for that. I just laid them sideways. Works perfectly, and the cover fits great on top of there. Don't those look fabulous? They are so good. The points on these, on the fruit ones, it is 4 points for both blue and green. And then for purple, it is only 1 point because the oatmeal is 0 on the purple plan. The chocolate chip ones are going to be 3 extra points, 7 points for blue and green. But let me tell you guys, these muffins are huge. They're like that big. They're huge. 4 points on purple for the chocolate chip muffin ones. But those chocolate chip ones, guys, they are so good. I tasted it and it was really, really good. We love the fruit ones, and that's the ones that we always make for ourselves. Be sure to check out everyone down in the description box. There's a lot of us doing this collab for a lot of other great Christmas recipes, dessert type recipes. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to share this if you think anybody else may like it. Bye, guys.
You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk, and we can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go